Right, here we are, last hole, guys. What I'll typically do for this is some kind of hook shot because I don't have an apocalypse. However, if you do have an apocalypse, this hole will be much easier. And just as I assume, they give us a tailwind. So what I typically try to do is just try to land up in here somewhere. Very tough to pull this shot off, but can be done. It'll be kind of a distance control. So you may want to play the ball, and you may just want to kind of play the shot that gets you to the right amount of wind. So what I mean by that is you could have, with a Titan, as low as kind of a 5 and as much as a 7.5. So that's a very large range. So we have a bunch of different balls at our disposal to kind of mix that up. We can use a Katana, Titan, or Kingmaker. So all three of those balls would kind of change the wind and also change the amount that you can power. So you may just want to tweak your ball on this depending upon what you're given. So you can see I have 6.2. I'm assuming 6.2 is going to be probably enough for me to get this Katana down here. So I'll just stick with this. But if the wind gets up a little bit too large, or I don't really like it, I can just try to reduce it down as well. Or if it's a really tiny wind, I'm probably going to want to go with a Kingmaker. So I'm playing off the left of my bullseye, so that's basically, consider that my target zone. So I'm thinking, I typically go maybe about 8 rings, so I'm thinking somewhere pretty close to this pole here. Of course, max curl. So it looks pretty good. So as you can see, we get it up here plenty far. I used all my top spin. And we got it up here 419. It gives ourselves a very good look for albatross. You can see how far I passed my opponent by. Keep in mind, laying up like my opponent did still can get to the green. And, do keep that in mind. If you're having problems with that hook shot, I recommend practicing it a couple times. But if you don't think you have the confidence, you could also just kind of poke it up and kind of keep it where my opponent is. And, if you want to go into full overpower, you can still easily get to the green. I can't really tell. Looks like he's probably just kind of trying to bump it up here and maybe get it. Yeah, it looks like it's just going to make it. So it did creep on. Let's see if it stays on. Does stay on. So he might have missed that putt. So you do want to avoid clipping through that rough like that, as you can see. That's what can happen. So you can see I'm up here about mid-club, and we're just going to try to master this effect. So you'll need at least 4 on the backspin, but it'll be better to have 5. And what I'm going to try to do, you can see with what I'm doing with my ball guide, I'm just going to try to curl this in. Definitely going to underpull my rings. Keep in mind we're moving to lower ground. So I'm going to go maybe in the effect, like in the neighborhood of 4-ish rings in this situation. For 5.2 up a hill. Perfect ball. And it looks like so I got to make a minor tweak on my ball guide offset on my starting positioning, but I would try to replicate that spin. And as you can see, it does give you a good possibility that you'll be able to make albatross. So for a first attempt, not too bad, but something that I'll want to work on. As you can see, it looks like opponent, I don't believe he can get it to the hole. Yep, so he's just short of the hole. And I'm actually going to pick up the win here. So do keep that in mind if you, do make a mistake or something and, find yourself in a similar situation. Make sure at whatever cost you don't wind up on the very front of that green. So good luck with your rounds, guys. Let me know how it goes. And, keep me posted. So Talk to you later. See you guys for future guides. And if you're looking for Expert or Master Division, I have already published those. So do check those out. I'll see you guys later. Take care.